Hello, fam damly. Well, this is Chopper from Chopper's Rusty Customs. Been noticing a lot of people have been putting out videos about how they got started in this great hobby, so I figured I'd jump in and give a little bit of a outlook on how I got started in the hobby, and it's pretty well like most of y'all's. I started at 10. A friend of mine's dad was into building models. He gave me an old Oldsmobile Snap-Tight kit to put together while I was there. Had a lot of fun with it. And then, they moved away, so I didn't have anybody that I could build with. So I kind of put it on the wayside till I was probably 16, 17 years old. Built a few and started figuring out that girl thing, and life started taking over. And so it was a lot of fun. But then, probably around 23, 24, I picked up a couple models, something to do on the weekends after work just to relax. And I built a 1964 Chevy Impala. It To me it was top of the crop. Put it up. My son was probably, oh geez, 4 or 5 years old. I was working night shift, come home the next morning, sat down, looked where the Impala was. It was gone. Got to looking and found it in a whole bunch of pieces sitting on the kitchen counter. I decided then that, yeah, it was not the right time to be building. So I quit building again, and about 2009, I was in an accident at work, and so I left work. After a while, I got to the point where I was having a lot of physical issues. Went and had them all checked out, found out that I would be disabled for the rest of my life. I can walk and I look like everybody else. I just can't do it for very long or very well. So the wife told me, you need to find something to do rather than sitting on your butt watching TV all day. And I agreed with her. And I've always had a love for cars. Tried my hand at building a few here and there, but never really got any good at it. So I gave it up. So after I got disabled and was looking for stuff to do, I picked up a few kits, started building them. Looking around on YouTube, found videos on how to build them. And, I was used to using sewing string for my plug wires and stuff like that, and pretty much built them plain Jane. Um, After watching YouTube videos, found out that there was so much more you could do now. So I figured out I better start learning how to do that. And then just a little while longer, I started looking in my local area for a model club to join. Took me about a year to finally get hooked up with them, but once I was, I've been with them ever since, having a great time doing Good Guys Car Show, and then we've got a new one we do. And now I'm the president of the model club. Who knew, right? But I started off thinking that I had to stay on one structured style of building, like Impalas. Just you got to learn how to build the Impala perfectly every time. And as I was noticing, people in the club, they'd build Fords and Chevys and Dodges or Dragsters, or, they were all over the place. I was like, okay, well, that makes sense. So as I kept buying more new kits to build and learning new stuff, it just opened up a whole new world for me. And then about 3, 4 years ago, my son, he started looking into what I was doing and how I was doing it. He got hooked. So now he's part of the model club, and he builds when he can. He works a lot, has a lot of other hobbies outside of building. And now I'm starting to get to a point to where I'm actually starting to feel like I kind of know where I want to go with my building styles. Um, I've had a lot of mentors along the way. Dr. Crakey was a very big influence. Due to him, I used my first airbrush, did my first bare metal foil, all in the same kit. Didn't know that I was doing something that was so hard to do. It felt right to me and was fun to do, so I kept going with that. And then we lost Blair Pletcher here this year. He was a great builder. I watched all of his videos, learned from him how to do the rusting and stuff, which I find to be very addictive to me. Um, there were so many people out there that I watched daily, just to see what they were doing, see if it's something that would help me in something I was doing. I've tried to cut outdoors, not very good at that, so I've still got to teach myself how to do that. But, this is one of the greatest hobbies, in my opinion. The outreach, the fun, and being able to learn new stuff from everybody that's in the YouTube community, in my local model club, all the Facebook pages I belong to. It's amazing what you could find out there. But I guess basically my best thing to say about this is that it keeps me from going stir crazy. I have my good days, my bad days, and this helps that time go by. I'm nowhere near the greatest builder. I'm nowhere near a mediocre builder. I'm pretty much still down in the lower ranges of building. Some of my kits come out looking nice. Some of them, well, yeah, they probably shouldn't have even have been finished. But I keep trying, and that's the biggest thing you can do is keep trying, build for yourself, and make it fun. I thank you all for taking the time to watch my videos and leaving comments. And hopefully this one here will be one that more people will add their building history from. So with that being said, y'all, I'm going to step on out of here. Y'all have a great day. Rest in peace.